What's cracking, homie? All right, dog. The story of the evening is going to be betrayal of a childhood friend. The masses have spoken and they won, homie. So watch out, dog. We got a filiazo right here, some Josefina. We got some White Claw Surge, homie. Cause, dog, I'm trying to be in shape, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to watch my figure, dog. I'm trying to get like Brad Pitt, homie. If you were to eat 5 tacos de asada, homie, and drink a 6 pack of Modelos, dog, you're gonna be all panzon marrano, homie. But fuck it, dog. Watch out. Let's go ahead and smack this bitch back real quick. Yup. Well, let's get into the story, dog. All right, homie. Growing up, dog, you got 4 stages of homies, dog, homeboys. You got your childhood friends, you got your skater homeboys, you got your tagger homeboys, then you got your homeboys from the neighborhood. Now, the story I'm about to tell is regarding my childhood homies. So, dog, growing up, dog, we all have that one homeboy, dog, that we consider best friend. And this story is majority for the youngsters out there, dog, the little young homies ranging from the ages 14 through about 19. We're young, dick, and we're influenced real easily, and we make stupid ass decisions with our heart. All right, homie. So I was young. I had this homeboy, dog, and I really cared about this fool, dog. I considered him my best friend, homie. Like, I would have done anything for him, dog. And I did, homie. From catching fades, doing desmadres. Like, he was my boy, dog. Everywhere I was, he was. Everywhere he was, I was, dog. So this was my boy, homie, from elementary school to middle school into high school, dog. So me and my homeboy, we growing up, dog, we grew up the same way. You know what I'm saying? I came from a broken home. I had a mother, homie, that had been through a lot in life, and she wasn't easy living with. I had a stepdad that was from the Amigas hood, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't like him, dog. He was a mean guy. And my homeboy, dog, both his parents had passed away. So he lived with his aunt and uncle. And his aunt and uncle wouldn't really give him no reglas on me. Like, I had a strict house where I had a strict upbringing. But my homeboy didn't have no strict upbringing, dog. He could do whatever he wanted to, come home whenever he wanted to, do whatever he wanted to. So me and him became best friends, dog. And we used to kick it a lot, fool. Everywhere, dog. Everywhere he would go. Like I said, I would go. We would smoke blunts before school, dog. We would get into shit at school. We thought everything was all fucking gravy, homie. And we went on doing this shit for about a couple of years, dog. From elementary school to middle school and then into high school, dog. And finally, dog, the Los Angeles School District, LAUSD, finally got fed up with me and my homeboy, homie. And they kicked us out of the Los Angeles School District, dog. I was probably in the ninth grade, and he was in the ninth grade too. And they kicked us out of the school district, dog. They wanted to put me on Ritalin, and they wanted to put my homeboy on Ritalin. And my jefita wasn't having it, dog, because I wasn't. There was nothing wrong with me, homie. I was just a bad kid. And my homeboy too, dog. There was nothing wrong with him. He was just a bad kid. So they kicked us out the school district simultaneously. They sent us to some non-public school called Almanzor, and I believe it was in South Pasadena, dog. And all the other bad kids were there, dog. Every bad kid, dog, from every neighborhood, from the Northeast to East LA, all of them were at Almanzor, dog. So you got to know a lot of people at a very young age because they got kicked out of the school district too. So we got kicked out of the school district, dog, and we used to have to go to one classroom, dog. It was like a lockdown, homie, level 4. So we would be in one classroom all fucking day, dog. Just in that one classroom. You didn't even have to do nothing, dog. All you had to do was show up so you wouldn't get in trouble and they wouldn't call your jefita, and then you didn't have to hear your jefita's voice tripping at you know what I'm saying? So I would go, dog, but most of the time I would be blown. Homie, we would smoke blunts before school. So when I would get to school, dog, I would immediately put my head down because I was fucking faded, dick. And I'd put my head down, sleep all day. They would probably put on a movie, whatever, dog. So this particular day, me and him smoked a blunt on the way to school. We get to school. My teacher, both of them were two women, and one of them would sell like cup of noodles, Pop Tarts, and Doritos, and little bags of chips. So we would get faded. I would get to school. I'd fucking buy some top ramen, homie, some cup of noodles, dog, some maruchan, some chips, a Pop Tart, and I would eat it. And I'd put my head down and I would sleep all day. So I did that this day. I was asleep and I had heard a little confrontation going on. Though I was sleeping like that, I heard some fools getting crazy with each other. So I woke up like, "Well, what's cracking?" Because me and my homeboy were in the same class, fool, and I didn't care about nobody else. I just cared about my homeboy, dog. And I was like, "Nigga better not be my homie." So sure enough, though, I picked my head up, and my homie was in this other fool's face, and they were both in each other's face, dog. And this other fool, he had claimed to be a fighter, a boxer, and he had some training. And I would see him shadow box in the classroom sometimes, and I would be like, okay, this fool kind of knows what he's doing. I had some training in boxing too growing up, but I could tell by the way he was moving and shit that he knew what he was talking about, and there was a possibility he wasn't lying. So he was standing right here, and my homeboy was standing here, and they was getting at each other, dog. And I was like, all right. Regardless, I already knew I was gonna jump in, dog. So I wanted my homeboy, dog. I wanted to see what my homeboy was capable of and shit. So I let that shit happen, dog. My homeboy gave me this look, like looked at me, and I was like, "Ooh, fucking rush that fool, dog." So my homie swung on this fool, and that fool went back, and that fool fucking cracked my homeboy. But when he cracked my homeboy, dog, he did it with like the most powerful jab I ever seen, dog. That fool was just like, bam! But like as soon as he hit my homeboy's mouth was open, so like three of his teeth went through his lip, dog. So when he popped them, there was like an explosion, dog, like a fucking explosion of blood and shit. My homeboy got laid out, fool. So my homie got popped. Bam! And as soon as my homeboy was going back, I didn't even let my homeboy's body hit the floor. Well, it did hit the floor, but as soon as I see my homie going like that, fool, I fucking, whoo, I rushed this fool, dog. Like moved all this out the way. I didn't even give him a chance, homie. I started drilling this fool in his face and his head and his face, drilling them. Then I walked them down, homie, and I started ragdolling the shit out of him, dog. And I had a lot of built up anger in me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was a youngster, came from a broken home. I was always in the streets. I was always mad, dog. I had a chip on my shoulder. So I started ragdolling this fool, dog, and I was dogging him out. I didn't stop, dog. And both the girl teachers were like, stop, stop. They were just screaming so loud. Homie, there was blood everywhere, fool. Blood from my homeboy, blood from this fool. I had blood all over my hands. I was just giving it to him, fool. Kept giving it to him, and I didn't want to stop, dog. And then finally I did stop. And I took back and I looked at the scene. My homeboy was laid out, bleeding everywhere. This fool was laid out. I thought he was RIP'd. And instantaneously, dog, I knew I was in some kind of trouble, especially with my jefita, dog. Like, oh, hell, I don't care about the juras. I don't care about the school police. I don't care about none of that, dog. I don't want to fucking be in trouble with my jefita, dog. She's crazy. My stepdad's crazy. So I instantaneously, dog, got all panicked out and I fucking ran away from the school, dog. They were trying to restrain me and I ran away from the school. And they called the ambulance, fool. The ambulance came and picked this fool up off the floor and took him to the ER, and they picked my homeboy up off the floor and took him to the ER too. And I fucking ran away from school, dog, and I ran away from home because I didn't want to fucking hear my parents, dog. My stepdad, he was an asshole, homie. And my jefita también, dog, she was fucking crazy, fool, crazier than any little vato from a neighborhood at that time, dog. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So I ran away from home, dog, and I didn't go home. I started going to my homies' houses. So one by one, I went to different homies' houses, and I went to my last homeboy's house, and there was my homeboy. He coming down, his lip all bandaged up. He meet me at the spot. We smoke a blunt. We start chopping it up and shit. And I'm like, hey, fool, like, what's up, dick? I'm not going home, fool. Like, fuck that. I'm going on the run. Fuck this. I ain't going home. Can I stay at your pad? And that fool was like, nah, fool, you can't stay at my house, fool. Everybody's looking for you. You're in trouble. I was like, Dick, what the fuck you mean? Your aunt, your tia, and your tío, they don't even care at all. You can bring whoever you want. Just let me crash at your pad for a few days till I figure this out. And he was like, nah, fool, like, Spence, I thought, like, I can't let you at my pad. And you know, I should have took that immediately as a red flag, but I was young and dumb, and you know, I had a big heart. So I was like, all right, don't trip. So I went and I crashed out another homeboy's pad, dog. And I stayed at my homeboy's pad for like 5 days, homie, hiding in his room. Like his parents didn't even know I was there. Like I would fucking hide under the bed at nighttime when it came time to go to sleep, or I would hide in the fucking closet. And so it was like 5 days, dog. We were chilling, watching what's that movie called, Pink Floyd, the Moon movie, whatever the fuck, with the Wizard of Oz playing in the background, whatever the fuck, however you did it back then. And we were going to Glassall Park, dog, mobbing to Glassall Park to this place called The Shack, homie. And right there, they had some bomb ass yes, god, dog. I mean, there's nothing compared to what today is. It was probably like some bomb ass stress or some pretendo. But I was a little kid, homie, fucking ninth grade. Used to go to Glassall Park to the Shack to fucking pick up a sack and shit. You know, you used to have to put your money through a hole. And then they had another hole right here, dog. So I was a little kid, put the money through the hole. They used to have dimes and nickels, but like with a bunch of orange hairs on the buds. That shit was bomb, fool. So we put the money through the hole, and then the clavo would come out right here. Then they had another hole. So one day I was like, out of them 5 days, I was like, what the fuck? What's this other hole for? I poked my other eye through the hole, and it was some fucking spice ass Oaxaca looking at fool with a fucking. I was looking down a barrel, fool. I was like, God damn. If you know, you know, dog. If you ever been to the Shack, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So 5 days of partying, you know, watching fucking crazy movies at my homeboy's pad, and then one day it's like morning time, fool, and I'm like, I wake up off of his floor because I was sleeping on the floor, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go use the restroom. So as soon as I stepped out of his room in the morning, boom, there my stepdad was, and my mom, for my stepdad hemmed me up right away. Ah, that fool hemmed me up, dog, because I was gonna take off running again. Fool, I don't want to go home. Fool, nobody wants to deal with that bullshit. That fool was fucking crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? So right away, that fool hems me up, dog. I'm walking on my tippy toes. That fool fucking like took me off the ground because he knew I was gonna run again, dog. So and my homeboy's parents are right there too, and then they were just looking all sad. You know what I mean? I guess they had no choice but to turn me in. They caught wind. I don't fucking know. So then anyway, my fucking stepdad dragging me to the car, dog, like low key choking me out at the same time, and then he telling my jefita like, "Fucking drive! This fool's gonna try to run again. I'm gonna sit in the back seat with him and you drive." So fucking my jefita gets in the fucking driver's seat. She starts driving. I'm in the back seat with this fool. The fool right here, I fucking MMA fucking choking me out, leg lock and shit. I'm like, fucking chill, fool. I'm not gonna run. You know, I'm tapping and shit. So we get to the pad, fool. I had to deal with all the consequences of that shit. A lot of shit transpired because of that. And that's gonna be another story, but I dealt with all those consequences of my actions and running away, and it was bad and ugly, and I got my ass whooped. But hey, dog, that's another story, and I'm gonna save it for another time. So that shit eventually blew over, dog. My homeboy was still my homeboy. All my other childhood homies were still my homies. We were still doing the same shit, fucking around in the calle, smoking blunts, drinking, going to ditching parties, stealing cars, catching fades, packing fools out, and everything was good, dog. We did that for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? And we start getting older, dog. Not that, you know, not too much time transpired, maybe a few years, and I meet this girl, dog. It's like puppy love, homie, the love of my life, my first big love of my life. And she's not from LA, homie. She has family that was from like Sereno and shit, but she personally is not from LA. So when I met her, it was love at first sight, dog. So like I would go link up with her, and I would tell her like, yeah, you know, I would tell her about my world, the world that I had going on with me and my homies and shit, my childhood homies. So I started telling her about my world, and she was very intrigued, and I ended up fucking bringing her to my world and my environment, and that was the biggest mistake I ever made, dog. So I brought her into my world. You know, I was in love, dick, and I was like, hey, this is my homeboy, you know, this is my homie. Like, I'll die for this fool. Like, this is my fucking best friend. And you know, these are all my other homies, but this is my homeboy. So she posted up with me, you know, a lot of times, dog. Fucking I brought her around a lot, you know. I was in love and shit. We used to steal cars. She used to be sitting shotgun, and it was all fucking puppy love, dick. So then Fuck, I'm really trying not to fucking edit this fucking story, dog. I'm really trying to tell it without having to stop and edit it. But all right, so we were in sick ass puppy love. You know, I kept bringing her down to the area. She got intrigued with this shit, you know. But one thing that bothered her the most was, and she told me was because I had homies, dog, like solid foods that were loyal to me. And one day she told me, dog, like, hey, I don't like the fact that you have really good friends like this. Like, I want you to myself. So I was like, what the fuck does that mean? She was like, yeah, like it bothers me and it just makes me jealous that you have friends. And I was like, okay, like what the fuck does that mean, you know? And she was just like, I had never heard nothing like that. I was a little youngster and shit. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But I guess at that moment, something had sparked within her mind, dog, like her jealousy, and she was fucking crazy and toxic. So something sparked within her mente, and she was like, I guess within her mind, she felt that she needed to do something to ruin the relationship that I had with my childhood homies, dog. So she fucking set a trap, fool. She fucking set a trap. And out of all them fools, dog, my childhood homies, guess who fell for the trap? The one that I cared about the most. And that shit fucking hurt, homie. So she set a trap. This fool fell for it. They started being together, fool. Like, I knew something was going on, dog, you know, but at the same time, I wanted to play that game, dog. I wanted to play along. I wanted to be like, all right, dog, fuck it, dog. You fucking my bitch, homie. All right. But you ain't more man. You ain't a bigger man than I am, homie. Like, I'll whip your ass, homie. Like, you know, I never said that to him. I did, but let the story continue. So I was like, you know, playing along with them. Like, okay, let's see. I don't know why, fool. Maybe because I'm crazy, but it was just like, okay, you might be fucking my bitch, but let's see who my bitch chooses in the end, homie. Let's see who my bitch decides she wants to be with. So this went on for a while, dog. Like, she would come down to see me, dog, and you know, we would spend fucking a gang of time together the weekend, todo. And she'd be like, okay, it's time for me to go home now. You think you could take me to the Union train station? Like, yeah, Dick, straight up, no problem. So I would always take your dog to the train station, dog. And so I thought she would get on the train, dog. I thought she was getting on the train and going home. Hell nah, fool, come to find out, she had already had some shit planned with my homeboy. So when I would drop her off at the train station to fucking go home, all right, baby, bye. I think she would take like the next train to the next city over, and then my homeboy would meet her out there. He didn't have a car or nothing, but he had like people that would drive him, and he had like a fake bus pass. We all had fake bus passes from the MTA, and so they would link up, fool, and fucking she would get the bus, and they would go back to his house, and that fool would disappear for like 5 days. He wouldn't come outside, nothing. Be like, hey, where's the homie at, Dick? And that fool was fucking in his pad with my hyena. And, and I'm not even mad for I let this shit go. But anyway, so one night, dog, I started putting everything together in my head because I'm a street baby. Before I was always in the streets on a good one, smoking yeska, drinking, whatever the fuck, dog. And we used to be posted up with the homies and shit. And I'd be like, hey, dog. One day I caught on and I was like, hey, what the fuck? Hey, in my head, I was like, why every time I put this bitch on a fucking train and go home, this fool turns up missing for like 5 days? And I started thinking about it, dog, like, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. So like, not Charlie, homie. So I went to that fool's pad, Dick, and he has a flop house, Dick, you know. His tia and Theo, they don't give a fuck what he's doing, dog. You know, his room's all tagged up, fucking catch a spot right there, fool. Anybody catch a spot right there. It was all mobbed up, Dick. So fucking I'm like, Dick, I'm gonna go to this fool's fucking pad, Dick, because that's what we used to do, Dick. You go to his pad like, or you throw a rock at the window, knock on the window, and that fool open the window like, what's up, Dick? Fucking smoke a blunt, fool. Be like, yeah, fool, what's up, Kyle? I got a Vega or a Peach Optimal or a Grape Optimal, whatever the fuck, you know. So this night I fucking went to his pad, dog, in the middle of the night. I think it was like 12 something, 12:30 at nighttime, and I start walking up his stairs and I go to his window. But I had a lot of respect for his tío and his tía, homie, you know, like, cause, you know, they were a lot older than my parents, Dick. And, you know, I didn't want to disrespect them because they always had been nice to me. So I go to his window and it's quiet, dog. Like, I'm like trying to see what I could hear. The blinds are all fucked up. I could kind of see something, not much, though. I could see like the TV reflecting on the wall. And I start walking closer, dog. And like I could hear that fool was watching some fucking porñazo, homie. So he was watching porñazo And then like I heard him talking to somebody, and then I called his name. I'm like, "Hey, fool, what's up, Dick? Come outside." And then that fool was like, that fool, I could hear him in his room. He was like, shh, 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 get in the closet, get in the closet. And then like he put somebody in the closet, and I'm like, "Hey, fool, what's up, Dick?" Started knocking on his window, and then that fool fucking opened the window like with no t-shirt on and shit, and like standing in front of his TV, like, "What's up, fool? What happened?" I was like, "Dick, fool, everybody's asking about you, fool. Come outside, Dick. Let's post up, fool. Everybody wants to know like where you at." I was like, "Nah, fool, I'm just getting mine right now, fool. Like I'm watching this fucking pornazo, Dick. I'm just getting mine." I was like, "Who's in there with you?" And he was like, "Nobody, Dick. Why?" And I was like, "Fool, I heard you tell somebody to get into the closet, dog. Like, who's in there with you?" And this fool was like, "Nobody is, fool. I'm just right here on my own, Dick. Just getting mine, fool. Leave me alone, Dick. I'll be out there right now. Don't trip." And I was like, "Hey, fool, I heard you to tell somebody to get in the closet, fool. What's up, Dick? Like, I ain't stupid, dog. What's up, fool? Like, come outside, fool." And that fool was like, "Nah, fool. Like, there ain't nobody in the closet." And I was like, "Dick, I wanted to break in his pad, fool, and kick his door down or go through the window and beat them both up." But I was like, "Dick, I can't disrespect his familia like that." So I was like, "Dick, fool, I don't know, fool. Well, come outside." He's like, "I'm gonna be out there in a little bit." I was like, "Nah, fool." So I started talking dog loud, and I was like, "Hey, bitch, if you in that closet, fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Watch. Watch. When I see you, watch. You know what I'm saying? And so fucking I left, dog, and I walked down the stairs. And as I was walking down the stairs, I had a spray can in my backpack. So on his fucking tia and tio's garage, I wrote that Heine's name big as fuck. Fuck. Big as fuck letras. I mean, I said, fuck so and so. I wrote her name, but I'm not going to fucking give her no clout. Fuck that bitch. I mean, so I wrote her name, fuck so and so. Then on all the walls around the calles, también, dog, I wrote that shit big as fuck, homie, like I was catching a spot, homie. Fucking fuck. And I wrote her name everywhere, dog, because when I was young and you wanted to send a message, homie, that's how you would send a message, because I was like, fuck it, if she is in there, she ain't gonna be in there for long. And when she does get up and decide to leave, or whoever comes and picks her up, or whatever the fuck, she's gonna see it on all the fucking walls. Just like all the civilians do in the morning when they wake up and they go to work and they fucking start reading all the writing on the walls. They're like, God damn, there was some crazy people out last night. And I was one of them that was out last night. I even climbed up some fucking billboards in the area too when I wrote that shit big as fuck, because I wanted her to see it. I wanted her to know that I fucking know that I knew. So it was on after that, dog. It was on, homie. And all I wanted him to do, dog, was be a man and come to my face and be like, "Yeah, fool, I'm fucking your bitch. Homie, what's up? What you want to do about it?" Then I would have been like, "All right, Dick. Well, what's up then, dog? Let's catch this fade." And so it fucking, that shit was on after that, dog. So I started going to my other childhood homies' houses and telling them what had happened, Dick. And I was like, "Hey, fool, fucking, it's on site with this fool, dog. Like, if I catch the fool slipping, Dick, I'm gonna fuck this fool up. I'm gonna let him have it, homie. Like, you don't even know." You know what I'm saying? And I was an aggressor, fool. I was always catching fades, getting down with fool, so it was nothing new to me. So then little by little, I started noticing all my other childhood homies like, "Nah, fool, you ain't gonna do nothing to that fool." And then they started like trying to group up and gather against me, like, "Nah, fool, you can't touch that fool. You touch that fool, watch what happens to you." And I'll be like, "What, Dick? What's up?" Then I'll be like in a room full of my childhood homies, like fucking 8 food, like trying to fucking say that they're gonna pack me out if I touch this fool. I'm like, "Dick, what the fuck?" So this fool fucking turned out a majority of my childhood homies against me, dog, because of that situation, homie. So it was like, all right, I see how it is, dog. Fuck all you fools, homie. I fucking turned into Tupac, dog, from that movie Juice. When that fool started having it out for his homies, I was like that, dog. And in my mind, homie, in the streets was like, in my mind, I was like a big old game board, a scoreboard, dog. And I always would look at the score, and I always had to make sure that my score was higher, dog. So I started beefing it with these fools, dog. Palabra, dog. I started beefing it tough, fool. I was hunting these fools down, going out of my way, looking for these fools. I done did some grimy shit, dog. A couple of things I regret. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but I really wanted that fool, dog. I wanted him bad, homie. Just because of the betrayal, dog. I was raised by my grandfather, dog, which is a real solid individual, and that fool raised me, Dick, and he raised me with some sick ass fucking gangster mentality. And I was under the impression that everybody was raised just like me, but I was wrong, fool. Ain't none of them fools had loyalty, ain't none of them fools had a heart. Nada, homie. So I started beefing it with all these fools, all my childhood homies, dog. And I was the one that brought the cuete into the equation. Like, all right, homie, you fools want to step it up. So I brought the cuete into the equation, started being on my Tupac shit. Then they brought the cuete into the equation. And then that's when shit got really interesting, dog, because that shit was kind of fun, fool. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I would pull up to another childhood homie's house that was cool with me. Like I said, not all of them turned on me, but a majority of them did. So I'd pull up to another childhood homeboy's house, strapped up, fool, fucking, what's up, Dick? Smoke a blunt, fool. Now, fool, be looking at me like he's seen a ghost. And I'd be like, what, Dick? He'll be like, fool, thank God you weren't here, dog. And I'll be like, what? And he was like, so and so was here just 2 minutes ago. And I'll be like, serio, Dick? Like, which way did you go, fool? He'll be like, nah, Dick, like, that fool got a big ass 45, fool. Like, that fool said he waiting for you. Like, Dick, I got a 45 too, dog. 6R, P220, Dick, I don't give a fuck. What's up? Like, which way did he go? And I started making calls like, hey, fool, you seen so and so? Is that fool right there? Nah, Dick. It became crazy, fool. That shit got active, fool. I ain't gonna lie, homie. And that shit went on for a few years, dog. I was crazy, Dick. I was crazy, and they never got one up on me, dog. The scoreboard, I fucking, and I'm not even trying to brag, Dick. It's just I was so hurt, fool, because I opened up my heart, homie. I showed you loyalty. I showed you realness, and you fucking turn around and betray me, homie. So I was big mad, dog. So I was going out of my way, doing the most, homie. So I eventually ended up catching the case, homie, and I got like baby stretched out. I didn't get big stretched out. I got little baby stretched out, 6 years flat. And so I got stretched out, did my little baby 6 years, and all it did was make me more crazier and more fucked up and turned me worse because I had been through so much shit in there también. And that's another story, dog. So I did all that tiempo, dog, torcido and shit, and fucking I got out, fool, and I met this Haina. I was trying to get my life back on track. I was still dibbling and dabbling in the streets and shit. And one day I was doing good, fool. I got a little warehouse manager position. I got me a little Handita SI, dog, all hooked up, fool. Put all this fade onto it, and I'm in Monterey Park, dog, on Cesar Chavez, homie, and there's a gas station right there, and I'm fucking pumping gas. And guess who I see, dog? I fucking see my childhood homeboy, dog. The one that fucking betrayed me, the one that I cared about the most. And he didn't see me, dog, but he looked like he was doing bad, for all strung out and shit. And the fucking instantaneously, dog, the little devil on my shoulder, homie, was like, what? There he is, fool. You've been waiting all these fucking years, homie. Now's your chance. And so fucking I started walking up towards him, fool. He didn't see me. He had his back turned towards me, and I was walking up, fool, like slow as fuck. I was just gonna hit him with that dope fiend, with that south side hook, like, and lay his shit down and just stand over him and talk to him. So I started walking down like a fucking fox. Like, bum bum. The motherfucking Jaws music was playing, and as I started getting closer to him, dog, I don't know, fool. My subconscious, I don't know, just something. I started feeling sorry for this fool, dog, and I was like, Dick, look how good you're doing, fool. You're a fucking warehouse manager. You're making like almost, I swear to God, I was making like almost 5 racks a month, homie. And I was like, so I started talking to myself like, this fool's a nobody, fool. Look at, he's in the streets. Dick, look at your cars all hooked up. So then I felt bad for him, dog. And I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this fool, dog. I went to hell. Now it's his turn. Look at who's doing bad now. I didn't say it though, and I just stepped back, walked away, pumped my gas, got in the car, and fucking took off, dog. And I was like, fuck it. Oh, well, fuck him. So then, like, a few months later, dog, that same fool fucking hits me up on social media, and that fool's like, hey, man, I just, I want to apologize to you, fool. Like, I want to tell you I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry for everything that I did to you. I'm sorry for betraying you. I'm sorry I did that. You know what I'm saying? I think about it all the time, and I didn't realize at the time how much of a good friend you are. Nobody had my back like you ever growing up, and I just want to let you know I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I think I'm still institutionalized, so I'm just getting out, and I kind of hate this fool still, dog. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, homie, hey, gracias, dog. All right, buenas noches. So I cut him short, And then a few more years go by, dog. I'm still grinding, doing good. And then one day I see his posts on social media, fool, and that fool's all strung out in the streets, fucking not giving a fuck, fool, having nothing to live for. And he has two kids, fool, that really need him. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking, and I was like, dang, fool. So then I hit him up, and I'm like, hey, fool, I want you to know, dog, I accept your apology, homie. I accept your apology, and I forgive you. And I want you to know that a lot of the reason why my life spiraled down the way it did is because of what you did, but I allowed that to happen, so it's not all your fault. Now, if it was crying, dick, like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no tough guy. If he never had it in him. So that's why I always allowed that shit to go on, because I already knew who he really is, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So he was crying and shit. I forgave him, dog. And I was like, look, fool, what you need to do is get off of drugs, get your life back together, clean up, go get your kids back, homie, and do your fucking thing, dog, you know? He was like, I appreciate you, fool. Like, this is just what I needed to hear. I've been feeling so down on myself. When you got busted and went away, like, I felt so bad for you because he felt responsible, dick, you know? In a way, they kind of were, fool, but hey, we're young, we live and we learn, and I'm glad all that happened to me because it made me who I am today, dog. If all that didn't happen to me, who knows who the fuck I would be right now. So fucking I was like, all right. So I forgave him, dog. And shortly after that, that fool turned his life around, dog. He went to AA. Then then he was 50 days clean. Then he was 100 days clean. They gave him the little coins and shit. And then he was a year clean. Then he was a few years clean. Next, you know, that fool was working as a director at the AA, fool. You know what I'm saying? As a director, dog. And it was crazy because I already knew something like that was gonna happen. He picked his life up and turned it around. And then guess what happened to me, dog? The tables turned. Hey, but that's another story, dog. I'm just telling you guys this quick little one. I appreciate everybody that's listening. So he turned his life around. My life, the tables turned on me, dog. I turned into a fucking dope fiend. I fucking lost it all, fool. And that's gonna be another story. But the moral of the story is, you a young ass little fool out there in LA right now, or wherever the fuck you are at in the world, homie, ranging from the ages of 14 to maybe 19, even in your early 20s, dog. There ain't no such thing as a best friend, dog. Ain't no best friends. They're called life lessons, dog. The same thing with the hyena, homie. It's very rare, dog, that you stay with a girl that you meet from when you're 14. I met her when I'm 14. I'm fucking 65 and we still together. The fucking possibilities of that are happening are fucking priceless. I'm like, that shit rare as fuck, dog. So you know what I'm saying? Move cautiously, dog, and don't make decisions thinking the decisions you're making are for your future. Fuck no, dog. Don't even worry about your future. You got so many life lessons to learn in between that, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And it's just like, don't think you're going to be with these highness forever, dog. They say that it's a man's world, and I believe that to a certain point, dog, but I also believe it's a women's world también because they're smarter than us, fool. And they always have one up on us, dog. Whether it be one up, maybe two or three up, dog. Their mente is a lot sharper than ours, fool. So when you meet these hyenas, dog, and you like bring them to your world, I suggest you don't do that, homie. Don't ever take your hyena to your area, to your neighborhood, around your homies. Hey, baby, this is my best friend, baby. I'll fucking die for this fool. Cause all you're gonna do, dog, women are just like that, fool. You know, I'm not, you know, I don't mean to be like that, but they are, fool. They're always expecting us to do them dirty, so they always want to have one up on us in the event we do them dirty. So you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my fucking homie, babe. So in her mente, she's like, all right, cool. If this whoever hurts me, I know what to do. I know where to hurt him first. I'm gonna fucking sleep with his best friend. Yeah. So women are fucking crazy, dog. So let this be a lesson to you, homie. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like me, dog. We ain't got no best friends. We got acquaintances and we got life lessons, homie. And if you a youngster, dog, you ain't lived your life yet, and a lot of bad shit's gonna happen to you, dog. But it's how you survive it, homie. Look at me, dog. Here I am standing before you today, dog. And it is what it is, carnal. Y buenas noches, homie. That's right. I appreciate you guys listening, dog. I don't know how long the story I was, but however long, dog. Un chingo de gracias for watching, dog. We're gonna do something with this, homie. Whether it be fucking YouTube, quien sabe que, I don't know, dog, but it is what it is, homie. Ándale, güey.